The 595 Project is proud to bring you our Spotlight on Art. This segment, we're featuring Craig Moore and his daughter, Betsy Skovborg, and we're talking about a piece of art that has been installed in Bend, Oregon, honoring Linda Moore, who passed away a year and a half ago. The Bend Foundation and Art in Public Places is setting the stage for this kind of concept, and we are proud to bring you the story of Milky Way that has just been installed in honor of Linda. So I hope you enjoy the story, and we look forward to you joining us at the 595 Project. Betsy and Craig, thank you so much for joining me for Spotlight on Art. It's my pleasure to have you. And as you know, Craig, you and Linda had a wonderful impact on me when I worked on your home in Bend. And it didn't surprise me that after she passed away that something happened so quickly to honor her. So how did it go so quickly and successfully?
Well, friends did this, and it really goes back to the Bend Foundation and Art in Public Places, and they had a $500,000 challenge grant in play, and they had raised $300,000 towards that goal. Our friends John and Nancy James had both lost children for different reasons, and had placed a piece of art in one of the roundabouts, and John says, that's a great idea for something in memory of Linda Moore. And so he single-handedly went out and raised the additional $200,000 to complete the grant. And that's sort of how it came about.
Wonderful. Well, Betsy, the artist is Devin Lawrence Field. I wasn't familiar, but how was he selected, and were you and your family involved at all in the development design process?
So Art in Public Places has a committee that does do the work behind choosing the art for the roundabout, and it was quite a process that my dad and my husband and I sat through. It goes from, oh gosh, probably 30 or 40 artists that you look at, all their current work out there. You narrow it down, I think, to 3 or 4, and then they come look at the place, create a model, come and present their projects to you. And one of the things that struck us is really special is Devin came from north of Portland, and he said he loves coming to Bend because when he drives over the mountains, the skies open up, and he said he just was so thrilled with his piece being called Milky Way because he felt that the heavens and stars were opening up, in the sunny skies, and heaven was shining down on him. And we looked at each other and said, does he know? And he didn't, but it was very special. And so, besides the piece being so different and so unique to what we have already in Bend.
I might add too that what's very cool is that Linda was alive when all this money was raised for this piece in her memory. Yeah.
Now, I did not know that, and how great is that?
So she knew she was getting a piece. She just wasn't involved in the decision-making process. So.
Well, Betsy, you must be so proud of your mom. It's I can say personally, I would have been honored to be raised by such an amazing woman. So what I loved is how she exemplified community, family, business. How did she do it all?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
The same way this lady's doing.
Yeah, I was to say I get that question a lot too. You just do it. Probably just part of our nature and our personality. I have a lot of help from family, a lot of help from my husband, obviously. He's a good help. I couldn't do it without him.
Boy, there's nothing like a great man behind a great woman, that's for sure. So there you go.
Yes, and I needed to be checking my phone because he's gone right this minute, so I'm single parenting, trying to do everything that I do every day without him. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure this person helped out a lot as well.
Absolutely.
Growing up.
Yeah.
I remember him being around just a lot too. So.
Well, I loved her enthusiasm. And I think when I saw Milky Way for the first time, and just the way the very top kind of arches, and there's all the references to, the moon and the stars, and Linda just had style, grace, and charm. I mean, that's just, I thought the marriage was beautiful between the piece that's honoring her and how wonderful your mom was.
I thought so too. One thing, Barbara Tate with Tate and Tate Caterers here
Yes.
in town, who Barb and her husband George were very close to Craig and Linda also, and she emailed me after that piece went in, and she said it's strong yet graceful and delicate,
Yeah.
just like your mother.
Yeah.
Because the big steel base and then the delicate piece.
I know, it's very fun. I'm
yeah,
anxious
I thought
for
that was a
everyone
perfect description.
to see the piece when we put it on the website. It's really very special. So
The other fun thing, as you know, is driving by it at night. It's the first actually piece of sculpture in Bend that is lit up at night, and it changes colors. So it's worth it. A drive around the roundabout about 4 or 5 times to take it all in.
yeah.
Really cool.
Well, I know the Bend Foundation has made art in public places a very integral part of really visiting Bend, which is wonderful. And Mike and Sue Holleran have been the backbone of, and have carved many successes here in Central Oregon. As well, I know they were personal friends. So what did they think of the installation?
Actually, their comment is that it is by far their most favorite piece that they have placed so far in the roundabouts in Bend. So
For a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
Obviously, being almost 2 different pieces of art by day and by night was one thing I heard from Jody Ward and some of the other members of the committee. And it's just so, it's just, I don't know a better word than it's just cool and unique and,
It is.
and different.
It is. Well, Craig, I know for me, and I've told you this before, working with the 2 of you on your house in Bend was really fun for me.
fun for all of us.
It was quite a lovely experience, but I soon discovered, working with you and Linda, that travel was a huge part of your life. I mean, and so a particular day, I remember hanging all the art in your living room, and I had it all placed in a certain way, and Linda was so excited to see all that go up because it was a rather unique way of hanging, something that she hadn't quite entertained before. But just as you've traveled so much, I think she would have really enjoyed the 595 project and what I'm doing here with all these unique
No question.
pieces.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I recall very well all the wonderful things that not only my dad but my mom said about you, and how I mean, just fun stories, just how talented you are with what you do, and I didn't know you at the time, and just how much fun she had working with you too.
Well, and we talked about travel a little bit, and I asked you before, Craig, if she was impactful across the world as she has been here in Central Oregon, and you mentioned really, tell us about her really education background, and that really was really the platform that catapulted her extensive research into travel.
Well, she was an American Lit English teacher by profession, but I think when we first moved to Bend, there were no kindergartens. There were no state-funded kindergartens, and so she and other ladies got together, and because Betsy was coming along at that age, they started a kindergarten, and it was. In fact, I'm not sure that it's not still in play today.
I just don't know if it's called the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but you know, she did so many things. Kemple Clinic, she chaired the board for many years, and that not so much from an education standpoint, from a book learning standpoint, but helping young families who didn't have dental insurance to take care of dental problems for young people. It was a huge, and it still goes on today. And Assistance League of Bend, which closed young students in school, and she was a co-founder of that organization here at the chapter here in Bend. And there was another one most recently, I can't recall what it is right now, but always mainly education focused.
Smart reading.
Smart reading program. She sat on the state board right before she passed away. And then Oregon Community Foundation, she served on that board for 8 years, and served as the chair of the education committee for 6 years. And they've created statewide programs that are in play today. Absolutely.
Pretty impressive list of things that she gave to, and I know now that this graceful and yet statuesque piece is in place and is presiding over Bend in her honor. I bet you just drive by and smile and are so proud that it's part of your family and part of Linda's legacy. But how can people participate in the endeavor of public art? And is there anything else on the horizon honoring your mom that our viewers would like to know about?
No, I don't think so, but I think anybody can go to the website for Art in Public Places in Bend, Oregon, and see what they're doing for the community. And the $1 million that was raised, this is there's 2 pieces that have been installed so far, but there will be as many as 8 more installed around the city, and the sites have been chosen. So you can also go through Central Oregon Visitors Association, and they have brochures, and you can do art tours on your own. Or
Ride the green bus and
Yes.
take a tour of the roundabout art.
Yeah, because from what I have been reading and witnessing with people who talk about coming to Central Oregon, there is actually a brochure that you can get your hands on that takes you through a guided tour of where to go on the roundabouts. And, you know, it's pretty impressive for a small town like Bend to have such an amazing collection that we can all enjoy.
Yeah, and I think you mark off all the things you go to, and then you go back to visit Bend, and they give you a fun little swag item of some sort if you complete the tour.
Perfect.
So it's fun.
Perfect. Well, it's been my pleasure to have both of you, and thank you. And Linda, you made an amazing daughter and son, and you have a beautiful husband. So thank you for joining me.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Vicki.
Vicki.
Perfect.
Don't cry, Erin.
Yeah, I know.